When you are emotionally unhinged, you may look and sound like this.
The amount of hatred that Caitlin Clark is getting, not from like average people, average fans like myself who got captivated by her and the way she played and for 2 years have followed her journey and who has elevated women's hoop to a level nobody could ever imagine this quickly. I'm instead talking about former players, talking heads, race baiters. Jameel Hill, race baiter, says the only reason she's getting this coverage, she's white. Every UConn basketball player, Diana Taurasi.
You can make an argument for Paige.
I'm taking Paige. Next question.
So if you had the #1 pick this year, you would take Paige over Caitlin?
Absolutely.
Brianna Chicken Fry. No, Brianna Miller, the one who's won all the titles.
Does Caitlin Clark need a championship to be considered one of the greats in women's college basketball history?
Yeah, she does. I think so.
Gina Ariema. Nobody wants to give this girl her flowers, Caitlin Clark. Listen, are you people stupid? Jason Williams saying you can't be an all-time great till you win a title, even though she's on a team that isn't as talented as 90% of her competition.
I am unwilling, and maybe it's more the Kobe mentorship around me, to say that she is great yet.
How stupid are these other women, though? How dumb, how hating are they? What about the woman who was at some press conference? I guess she was like the all-time leading scorer back in the days of black and white TV and horse and buggy. So like, my record didn't get broken because I played with a man's ball. We didn't have a three-point line.
I'll just go ahead and get the elephant out of the room. I don't think my record has been broken because you can't duplicate what you're not duplicating. So unless you come with a men's basketball and a two-point shot, hey, you know.
It's not our fault you're fucking 100 years old. She broke your fucking record. But more importantly, how dumb are these other WNBA players who are crying, oh, Caitlin, why is she getting off? She's elevating her game. Yeah, I know. She has a Gatorade commercial. State Farm. She's the face of the game. She's going to make tens of millions on endorsement. I offered her $10 million to play in my rec league because she puts asses in seats. People want to watch her. How don't you get that's elevating all of you? All of you that nobody really fucking cared about. It's elevating you to a stratosphere. Take advantage of it. We watch Caitlin play. We see you play. If you're great, these games are great. We keep watching. Your paycheck goes up. Everyone makes money. Instead, you're hating her and ripping it down. It's pathetic. It's pathetic. It's not just black, white. It's jealousy. It's woman on woman crime. It's fucking jealousy. UConn, and I'm rooting for the men, but you UConn women, shut up. Give her her flowers. She's helping you. More people are watching her than ever watched you. So shut up and root for greatness. It's helping the whole game. Wake up.
Now, just for the record, if you don't want anybody to ever question the status of your mental health, never present in the manner in which this guy presented himself. And with that being said, let's take the time to dissect the mental breakdown that he had no shame in revealing to everyone. Now, he started off by saying that Caitlin Clark receives a lot of hatred. Yet throughout that little video, he's never really highlighted anybody saying anything hateful towards Caitlin Clark. Now, what you did hear is from the voices of prominent WNBA players that actually won championships in the NCAA. Those players included Diana Taurasi and Breanna Stewart. Now, Diana Taurasi was asked who should be the #1 pick in the WNBA. And she replied that she would pick Paige Bueckers over Caitlin Clark. Now, based on what Diana Taurasi said there, I can't detect any hate. I think she was stating her honest opinion about the player she would pick. Nevertheless, David Portnoy obviously detected some hate in that particular statement. But here's Diana Taurasi again when she was speaking to Scott Van Pelt on SportsCenter, as she highlighted the transition from college to the pros, and how that transition may differ from player to player.
Right? When the college guys come out, they're waiting for them. I mean, Camilla's coming, Caitlin's coming. There's more than just that are coming. What will the league have in store for them when they get there?
Look, SVP, reality is coming.
Okay.
You know, there's levels to this thing.
And that's just life. We all went through it.
Of course.
And you see it on the NBA side, and you're going to see it on this side, where, you know, you look superhuman playing against 18-year-olds, but you're going to come with some grown women that have been playing professional basketball for a long time. Not saying that it's not going to translate, because when you're great at what you do, you're just going to get better. But there is going to be a transition period where you're going to have to give yourself some grace as a rookie. And, you know, it might take a little bit longer for some people.
Right on.
Now, where is the hate displayed in her statement? Furthermore, this is my problem with David Portnoy. Scott Van Pelt was actually laughing while Diana Taurasi was saying that it's not going to be an easy transition for a lot of these girls coming out of college heading into the WNBA. They're used to playing against younger players, and once they get into the WNBA, they're going to be playing against grown women who has been doing this for a very long time. Scott Van Pelt was actually laughing, and not to discredit the young women that's going to make the transition into the WNBA, is that he understands. He's been speaking on basketball and sports for a long time. He understands how difficult that transition can be for some players. And then at the end of Diana Taurasi's statement, Scott Van Pelt agreed. So why doesn't David Portnoy have the same animosity towards him that he has towards Diana Taurasi, as well as Breanna Stewart, when Breanna Stewart made this statement?
Does Caitlin Clark need a championship to be considered one of the greats in women's college basketball history?
Yeah, she does.
So where is the hate in that statement? She was asked the question and she gave an answer. She was asked, does Caitlin Clark needs to win a national championship to be mentioned in the same breath as a lot of the greats that have won national championships? Diana Taurasi never said that Caitlin Clark wasn't a great player. Breanna Stewart never said that Caitlin Clark is not an exceptional talent or a great player. She just basically said that in order to be considered among a lot of the greats, it's imperative that she wins a national championship. So we're going to act like winning doesn't matter?
Caitlin Clark is a great player. But how do we put it in front of a Breanna Stewart, who has 4 championships, who has basically a lot of the same awards, but 4 titles and 4 most outstanding players, or Shamika Holdsclaw, or Cheryl Miller, or Diana Taurasi? That's unfair.
You know,
because at the end of the day, they tell me at the end of the day, it's all about winning.
Yeah.
Now, if we were to listen to David Portnoy and take everything he said hook, line, and sinker, I guess Shannon Sharp is hating on Caitlin Clark, too, for pointing out that she didn't win a national championship. So how can we put her above the Breanna Stewarts of the world, the Diana Taurasis of the world, the Shamika Holdsclaws of the world, etc.? It doesn't take away from the fact that Caitlin Clark is an excellent player, an exceptional player, I might add. But just because people are voicing their opinions about women's sports and women basketball in particular and how they rank or view other female basketball players in comparison to Caitlin Clark doesn't make them haters. To be quite honest, David Portnoy is actually the hater. Listen to the language that he used in talking about people who only gave their opinions. He called them stupid.
Are you people stupid? Jason Williams saying you can't be an all-time great till you win a title, even though she's on a team that isn't as talented as 90% of her competition.
So now he's using the excuse that Caitlin Clark didn't have players on her team to help her win the chip. Nobody really was making these statements when Iowa was winning games. Now, all of a sudden, that she lost 2 championships, oh, she didn't have a supporting cast. Man, that's BS. Had Caitlin Clark would have won the championship, whether last year or this year, or if she'd have won back-to-back years, nobody would have ever complained about her teammates, ever. When Iowa beat South Carolina last season and advanced to the championship, nobody mentioned anything about her teammates not being good. When Iowa beat LSU this season to advance to the Final Four, nobody complained about her teammates. When Iowa beat UConn and advanced to the championship this season, nobody mentioned anything about her teammates being insufficient. So I'm not buying it. She got to take that L the same way everybody was saying that Angel Reese has to take that L. What's wrong with y'all? The hypocrisy that we see could not be any more blatant. So the David Portnoys of the world, man, you can kick rocks. Because the only people that was showing hate was people like you. Have you ever apologized to Angel Reese yet? Huh? Did you ever apologize to Angel Reese, you sucker? And you want to talk about people hating? Caitlin Clark never received hate messages like Angel Reese did. Do I have to bring them back up?
Dave Portnoy called her a piece of shit, Keith Olbermann called her an idiot, and I saw fans calling her a thug. All of that is out of line.
So like I said, David Portnoy, you piece of shit, did you apologize to Angel Reese for calling her a piece of shit? This is the hypocrisy. And he's talking about people hating on Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark never received that type of language directed towards her. She never received hate messages in the form of tweets and other messages on social media. Caitlin Clark never had the death threats that Angel Reese had to face. So when you try to call out Jamel Hill for race baiting, you might as well take a look in the mirror, David Portnoy, you racist chump. So I'm going to drop the mic on that note. And in conclusion, I just want to highlight the fact that Caitlin Clark is an excellent player. Wish her the best as she moves forward into the WNBA, as well as a lot of these female basketball players that are going to leave and transition their game and their craft to the next level. So I hope everybody enjoyed the video. It's a shame that these people can't appreciate what all these females have done for the game of basketball in their respective sport. You know, there's always got to be some hate coming from out the gate, but I ain't going to be the one to sit back and just take it. I'm going to point it out, and I'm going to highlight those individuals such as the David Portnoys of the world who has clearly revealed to the world that he can benefit from the services of a mental health provider. So if you made it this far in the video, please share it. Please make sure you smash that like button. You know this is SmashDaLikeTV, so please smash that like button for me. And also make sure you hit the subscribe so you can join me on the next ride. Your brother Be Easy is out of here like Vladimir. Peace.